Every single thing I read about this story, my jaw was on the ground. Cheating, fraud, poison, escaping from the cops. It's a doozy. Welcome to my series, Crime with Coffee, where we're going to Alabama to go over a story that literally just had me going, girl, what, the entire time. In 1933, a lovely couple, Huey and Lucille Frazier, gave birth to a baby girl, Audrey Marie, and she goes by the name Marie, so whenever I say that, this is who I'm talking about. And Marie loved to spend money like most of us, except in a really, really horrible way, and she did whatever possible to spend money. In 1951, Marie married her high school sweetheart Frank, and they had two kids, Mike and Carol. Now, Frank and Marie, they both worked jobs, but it wasn't enough for Marie. She loved spending money. She was excessively spending to where they had no money in their savings account. And obviously, this created some tension in the marriage. Marie loved spending so much that she was sleeping with her boss. She just had like a little side piece going on for more money with her boss. Okay, and then one day, Frank just started feeling like really sick, and he went to the doctor because he was like, I feel horrible. And the doctor was like, you probably just have the flu, go home, get some rest. And Frank wasn't getting any better with rest until he went to a job seminar where he started to feel a little bit better, but he wasn't feeling 100%, so he came back home early from the job seminar and found Marie sleeping with her boss. He caught them in the act. So not ideal for Frank. But then while all of this is going on and there's like all this tension in his marriage, his symptoms start to get worse again. He goes back to the doctor. This dumb doctor is like, you probably just have the stomach bug. Go home, bro. Frank goes home, not getting any better, goes to the hospital because things are going so bad. The hospital kind of just like disregarded what he was saying, and he unfortunately died at the hospital in May of 1975. Whenever they did do the autopsy report, they were like, oh, he just died of hepatitis, and they kind of dropped it. They didn't look any further into it at the time. So bear with me. While all of this is going on and Frank is dying in the hospital, Marie is over here being busy, secretly taking out a life insurance policy on him. 3 months later, after his death, she takes out $25,000 of life insurance on her daughter. She also takes out $25,000 on accidental death rider. I don't know what that is, but that's a lot of money, $50K, especially back then. So after all of this goes down, the money is taken out, Frank is dead, whatever. Now Carol, Marie's daughter, starts to get very mysteriously sick. And Marie is over here like, I have some really cool injections that I'm just going to give you. They're going to make you feel better. And of course, these injections were making Carol's symptoms worse. And I think to try and like be all innocent, Marie took Carol to the hospital, and the hospital was like, this looks kind of like poison. And then Marie was like, what? And then she immediately discharged her daughter and brought her to another hospital. And while they were at the other hospital, Marie gets arrested for not even murder, but for check fraud. And at this point, the police are getting a little bit sus. They're starting to put the puzzle pieces together. They're like, the hospitals are saying that your daughter has been poisoned, and it's very similar to your husband. What is going on? And then this woman was set out on bail. And when she was set out on bail, which don't even get me started on that, she disappears. Eventually she was caught. She like robbed her aunt's place and left a letter saying like, I robbed you, don't tell the cops, otherwise I'm going to come back and burn you. Craziness. And she eventually was caught, and she was charged with the murder of her husband and attempted murder of her daughter, who luckily lived. But every single time I was like, this story is taking so many twists and turns. Like, girl was crazy, all because she wanted to spend money. Thanks for joining me for my first Crime with Coffee. I'm going to be posting another one tomorrow, so I hope to see y'all there.